If you guys enjoy what I do, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel and it's free and easy to do. Welcome to my channel where we cover the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. We cover the stories both big and small, the epic and the cute, the silly and the tragic. I hope you all enjoy the ride, and welcome to the Chronicler of Lore. In the city of Kugane, a member of the East Aldenar trading company comes running up to you screaming about how he needs help from a capable adventurer, and of course you fit that description. There's some trouble in Kugane Castle that the government is trying to keep secret, so naturally this Lalafell tells you all about it. The place has been taken over by bandits, and they've taken hostages, some very high-profile hostages. They want the country's borders to be closed off because they feel that Kugane made a mistake by working with other nations, and they don't want foreigners to set foot on their lands anymore. Normally the Second Segumi would have dealt with the problem, but they don't want to put the hostages at risk, and for them to make their move they would need government approval, which there's no telling how long that would take to get. So they called on the East Aldenar Trading Company to see if there was some other way to get the hostages out of the castle. The only reason they did that was because one of the hostages is from Ul'dah, so they really don't want anything to happen to her because they would end up getting attacked by an army of Lalafell, and nobody wants that. So the Second Segumi wants the trading company to put together a small team to infiltrate the castle, and this Lalafell wants you to be a part of that team. We all know that the Warrior of Light is going to do it, so he heads off to the aqueducts to where a guard is waiting by a secret passage into the castle to tell you what to do next. The group of criminals who took over the castle are led by a merchant named Kageyama, and they think the real reason he wants to close the borders is to avoid having to compete with foreign businesses. His group's not really a threat that the Second Segumi think they couldn't handle. The problem is he's hired a bodyguard who is a well-known swordsman from the Hingan underworld. He's extremely expensive, and the more money he's paid, the harder he fights, and Kageyama has a lot of money. Your mission is to charge in and cause a distraction and deal with the merchant and his bodyguard while the Second Segumi sneak in and free the hostages. The Warrior of Light and his team break into the castle and prove pretty quickly that what the Second Segumi member said was accurate. The merchant's bandits are hardly a threat worth mentioning. Your team cuts your way through them without breaking a sweat, leaving only one opponent left, Yojimbo. He more than lives up to his reputation as both a master swordsman and a greedy capitalist, demanding money before he'll unleash his special techniques. A wise and very crazy clown once said, "If you're good at something, never do it for free," and Yojimbo takes that to heart. Whether or not the samurai could have actually beaten you all or not is something that we'll have to find out in the future because Kageyama runs out of money, so Yojimbo just leaves, leaving Kageyama at your mercy. The man who hired you has already heard about what happened by the time you make it back. Kageyama was arrested, however they couldn't find Yojimbo, but the hostages were saved and Lady Leliju shows up to thank you both personally. Considering the fact that she was Lolorito's niece, it's a very good thing you managed to save her before anything bad could happen to her, because I'd be willing to bet that Lolorito is likely the most dangerous and powerful Lalafell in the world. And the destruction he would have rained down on Kugane if his niece had been hurt would have been legendary. Of course, it still might happen because the girl decided to travel the world and write stories about what she does, so she'll definitely end up in harm's way again, and whoever hurts her will have to face the wrath of Lolorito. This concludes the story of Kugane Castle. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, ding that notification bell, join the Discord, and if you really want to show your support, sign up to become a member of the channel. Until next time, guys. Later.